Hi, this is All This Science, the science podcast that describes an interesting aspect of science in 5 minutes or less. I'm Marissa.
And I'm Nikki.
And we're the guest podcasters for this episode, here to inform you of the magical hippie juice, kombucha.
Magical juice? I want some of that. So, what is it?
Well, kombucha is a fermented concentration of tea and active bacteria and yeast mixture known as SCOBY, which stands for symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. Although it's tea, it's refrigerated and is more of a cool summer drink than a warm winter drink. Though it is having a moment of popularity in the last couple of years, it can actually be dated all the way back to ancient China in 220 BC.
Bacteria? Ew! Doesn't bacteria make you sick?
Well, think of it as the good bacteria that are naturally found in your body. Kombucha is rich in healthy probiotics that are extremely beneficial. Kombucha can help from everything from fighting colds to strengthening your immune system to clearing your skin or even curing a sore stomach. The health benefits extend from your heart to your brain and especially to your gut. Probiotics work the same way the natural bacteria act in your stomach when it comes to aiding digestion. However, there is more than one type of probiotic in your stomach and your body. There are many different types of probiotics, all aiding in the systems they are present in. This gives kombucha brewers the freedom to experiment with different probiotics in order to tailor the drink to have the benefits they're seeking, whether that be curing fatigue or indigestion.
So how do they make it?
Kombucha requires a fermentation process. It is not as easy as Minute Maid lemonade. To make kombucha, you need unchlorinated filtered water, black or green tea, loose or bagged, unrefined cane sugar, distilled white vinegar, and active kombucha SCOBY.
Hey, those are some super simple ingredients. I could totally make this at home.
You could. In fact, many people do because it's a lot cheaper than buying it in stores. Not only is it cheaper, but once you own the kombucha SCOBY, you can continue to reuse it over and over and over and
Okay. We get it. On to making.
Right. So the first step is to make the tea, of course. It's made like any other tea. Boil the water, steep the tea bags, mix in the sugar, and if you want to add any other natural flavors, this is the time to do so as well. Once you've made an enjoyable flavor, let your tea cool. Once the tea is at a lukewarm temperature, add the SCOBY. It is essential that the water is lukewarm. If it's too hot, the bacteria and the yeasts will die. If it's too cold, they will go into hibernation and not recreate fast enough. Adding vinegar at this stage is optional, though bacteria and yeast are happier in acidic environments. Leave the mixture to ferment uncovered for 1 to 3 weeks. In this stage, the sugars will momentarily turn into alcohol.
So you're making alcohol? How is that even able to be sold in a normal grocery store?
You're right. That is an alcoholic drink. In fact, there was a period of time in 2010 when kombucha was removed from grocery store shelves because some tested to reach up to 4% alcohol level. This was due to lack of knowledge on the second fermentation, leading to the yeast to create too much alcohol. Companies quickly learned how to fix the issue, and it was back on the shelves later.
See, the alcohol is naturally processed into organic acids after the fermentation, which causes it to have the slightly bitter taste it's known for. Of course, not all of it can be absorbed, which leads to an alcohol level of less than 0.5%, which is not enough for any significant effects.
It is not quite done after that either. For kombucha to gain its fizzy nature, it requires another 1 to 2 weeks of refrigeration. It must be covered for this step to increase the production of CO2 that is released by the bacteria during fermentation.
How does that even work? What's fermentation?
Fermentation is when a bacteria or yeast consumes sugars and metabolizes it into either acid, alcohol, or gas. During the fermentation, the yeast consumes the sugar, converting it into CO2 and ethanol, this is where the alcohol comes from, and is then reabsorbed. So really, the bacteria here are doing all the work for you. Not only do the bacteria promote a healthy gut, but they also metabolize the sugar and caffeine for you.
Wow, bacteria are pretty cool dudes. The yeast sounds like a fun guy.
We're glad you're coming around to it. It's worth mentioning that kombucha is an acquired taste with strong acidic odor and a distinct flavor in every bottle. But you probably have guessed by now that after learning all those ingredients go into it, it would taste that way. It can catch people off guard the first time they try it, but it's worth powering through it first, and most people grow to like it over time.
Can I try some?
Sure.
refreshing.
After learning all the benefits of kombucha, we'd highly encourage you give it a try one day. Whether you're up early, staying up late, or dealing with an upset stomach, kombucha can help with it all.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed learning about all the science that goes into making this magical hippie juice that we know and love. This has been Marissa and Nikki. We hope you have a wonderful day. Bye for now.
Hey, do you think that was entertaining enough?
I don't know, but at Yeast we tried.